6. Command Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is loose. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. Revert. Rotate.
Bueller? There she is. Whew, scared me there for a quick second. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. That was a longer than normal black screen there. Don't know what that was all about. Maybe it's just a black cloud over my computer today. Lots of issues. Apologize for those that saw the 727 preview stream that I had scheduled. I can't believe you guys actually saw it because I think I had it up for like maybe 30 minutes and I pulled it down. Yes, the 727 passenger version is soon to be released on 2020. I was going to fly that today, but I'm having some issues that really are probably isolated to me. No one else seems to be having the issues that I'm having. So I pulled that stream down. I'm going to do some more tinkering because I didn't want to have to do any troubleshooting live, of course. And I still wanted to fly today. So by popular demand per the voting, the RJ85 100 300 series is up and running. And here we are, folks, in the RJ100. Operated DBA Republic Airways, call sign Brickyard. Now, this isn't really, they didn't have 146s or RJs, but I like this livery on this bird quite a lot. It actually looks really, really good. I believe American Eagle actually had her Envoy. Didn't they have 146s? Or am I mistaken? I know they did. I don't think they had RJs, the RJ85. I thought they had 146s. Sam, what's up, man? Good to see you. This one actually says operated by Republic on the livery, so I went ahead and filed us as Republic 357. I don't know why I got disconnected from the network there. Should be connecting back in. There we go. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in last minute. I do have a little surprise for y'all that I was going to show you Oh, I get it. Republic or Mesa. I got you, Sam. I got you. Yeah. I do have a little surprise that I'm going to show you here in just a little bit. Wow, that's loud. Someone starting up or taking off? What's going on with that? But anyway, it's good to be back. It's good to be live. I'm sorry it's been a couple of days. Man, after that long haul, everything was good. Went to work, did some flying down to Cancun, came back, did some fishing over the weekend, and then the whole family got super, super sick. So I was completely on my back all day yesterday and most of Sunday evening, and it went through everybody. It went through my kids, my wife. It just was a nasty little 24-hour bug. But feeling great today. Everything is good. Got some coffee, got some water, ready to go live, and I cannot wait to fly this bird. It has been a long time since we've flown the RJ series of aircraft. So what the hell is that guy doing over here? Welcome to Hotel de Adobo, though, here at the default K Sand. So this is going to be a fun one. The reason I'm going to come inside the cockpit here because it's just so loud out there. I might have to turn down other aircraft. That's because we have the door open too. But the reason I get so excited to fly this airplane is because I feel like it's just not, maybe in the U.S. specifically, like unless you're of a certain age, you really don't remember seeing these types of airplanes around. Even myself, I saw some of the later RJs flying around, but like growing up in my adult life, these aircraft weren't around. So it's kind of an aircraft that you don't really know much about, but JustFlight has modeled it so well. It is such a good module in the sim. It's basically that classic 737 that you always wanted. This is the classic 737, except you have 4 engines, which makes it absolutely epic. The FMS is fantastic. The engine displays are fantastic. I always get excited when we get to fly these airplanes. So, who's ready to go down to Laredo, Mexico? I think I'm saying that right. I know there's a Laredo, Texas. Not to be confused with Laredo, Texas. Somebody suggested flying in here on the Discord a while ago. They did a flight down there out of Fenix on vacation, and I looked at the approach. It's like a circling VOR full procedure approach going down there. So I figured it'd be pretty cool. I wound the sim time forward 2 hours, so we might be getting a little West Coast sunset on our descent into Mexico. So also. One last thing I want to show you before we get going here fully. I have something new. Cat 3 design Boeing 737 style tiller is now available and in stock. Guys, if you are looking for a high quality tiller, this is not a kind of like a cheap 3D thing that you would just put together, slap together, and ship it off. It's got some nice components, some nice finishing touches. The feel is fantastic. He's got mounting solutions. Check him out, exclamation point tiller. And again, maybe you didn't want the Airbus style tiller that I have. Maybe you didn't want the other Boeing tiller, but maybe your 737, that's your daddy. That's the one you like to fly all the time. Well, now you get a dedicated tiller for that as well. So exclamation point tiller, tariff-free tiller. You know what? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's a link to my stream. Sorry. Exclamation point tiller when Nightbot decides to join. I believe they're made in the USA, but I cannot confirm nor deny. So you have to check when you order. That's a good question, actually. But if you're outside the US, then I'm sure there's probably going to be some other shipping costs associated with that. But we'll look at that a little bit further on. But right now, let's go ahead and get this airplane fired up. Real quick, I'm going to turn down other aircraft volume because it's loud out there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe this got reset. Other aircraft, yeah, let's knock that down to like 5. Okay. Back and resume. Muchos gracias. Oh, that's why it's better, is because it disconnects you when you go into the setting menu. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, reconnected. San Diego ground's online. Everybody's online. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Let's go ahead and get ground power connected. Now, you'll notice we had to board the aircraft with the belt loader because we can't open the door or open the stairs until we get some hydraulics on. So let's go ahead and get the battery 1 and 2 on. Electrical ground power is available. You can see here external AC is available. So if I remember, we'll go ahead and turn those on. External AC power connected. We'll juice that up. With that coming to life, a couple other things I'm going to do here real quick. I'm going to turn on the DC or AC pump here, and with that, we should be able to deploy the stairs. There we go. So now we'll get the stairs deployed so we can do some proper boarding. We're not going to call the jet bridge over here. All right, now that they are connected, we're going to run through some flows, and we'll get this bird fired up. All right, here we go. Yaw, damp masters, autopilot, avionics, those are all coming on. Fans are going to go off for now. Anti-skid, yellow and green. Lift spoilers, auto spoilers are on. We already looked at the hydraulics. Those are good. What's this new AAL livery? I need bare aluminum. Jeff, I wish I had a bare aluminum livery for the RJ series. I don't. The only one available is this one on the Flight Sim TO. So you livery painters out there need to be making some bare metal, because there is a bare metal 146 livery, Jeff, that is fantastic, but not on the RJ85. So we'll have to look at that. Fuel, everything looks good. We got that closed. Left inner for APU here when we get ready to start up. Galley power is coming on. We'll get the APU generator on for when we do fire up the APU. Externals off. Those are on. Some of those kind of hard to see. Those are on. Those all look good. I'm going to put you on external DC. Oh, there we go. Engine start masters off. We'll arm the flight deck lights. Just kind of working through my flow here. We'll turn the seatbelt sign on. Ice detector, we'll keep that all off. Engine anti-ice will stay off. Landing elevation, I believe, is going to be 0 feet. So we'll set that to 0 and forget it. Makes it really easy for this aircraft. No APU air or anything like that. We can turn on the flight deck and cabin fans, though. We'll also turn on the nav light. No smoking. Arm the emergency exit lights. With that complete, let's go ahead and power up the EFIS. Look at the nice screens in here, too. As the screens are powering up, we're going to go ahead and begin the alignment process. So we're going to click, align, nav, click, align, nav, boom, get those in the alignment, get them started up. We'll get the FMCs booted up here. We'll put our radar standby 25, 5 degrees nose up. That all looks good. Coming down the rest of the throttle panel, this all looks good. We're yellow in park. Test our brake temperature indicators. Those all look good. I'm going to kind of juice up some lighting here just a little bit. Ground test on the FDR. That looks good. We're unlocked. And we're going to end up calling ground on 23-9er. I'll put them in the standby. 23-9 will be standby. And there we go. We're cooking with gas now, chat. We're cooking with gas. Sounds are pretty good on these JustFlight birds as well. Mr. Saturday, absolutely. Now, people always ask me, if I'm going to get one JustFlight bird, do I get the F28 or the 146? It's a toss-up, man. It depends on what you want to fly. The 146 has a phenomenal sound pack, but remember, 146, when I say 146, I'm talking of both, from 146, RJ85. The sounds, this is the original Whisper Jet. There is a reason it was called the Whisper Jet. It's very quiet. It's very comfortable. It was actually a very popular regional style aircraft for passengers. People love flying on them. It was bigger than turboprops, quieter than turboprops. So it was a pretty successful aircraft in terms of passenger comfort, but in terms of efficiency and money, that all kind of goes out the window. You're burning 4 engines, so that eventually I think was kind of the transition away from 4-engine regional jets. But anywho, Zippy says, sorry, I would have joined if I had the stream notification. Had a bit of a day. No worries, man. Need to sold my soul, appease the Infian with an American 931 A300 long haul. Zippy, hey, man, if you want to do a long haul today, you should have let me know. I would have streamed a long haul. I want to get back in that field. Let's do another long haul. I think we'll do another long haul this week, too, chat. What do you think about that? Should we do a long haul this week, too? I think we should. Blackbird Controls, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Thanks for reminding me that I need to get you one of my new RJ throttle sets. Can't stick around. Spent all day doing taxes. I need a damn pizza. I'll catch the replay. Happy flying. Blackbird Controls, hey, man, not to worry. I was all hyped up that I was going to use your 727 levers for the 7.2 today. No worries. I'm still using your 727 levers times 2 for the RJ. But, yes, if you love this aircraft, the RJ85, BAE 146, Blackbird Controls has actual RJ throttle levers for the Bravo. So you can see here I'm using the 727 handles. I have two sets of them. But if you do like this airplane, I highly recommend you check out his throttle set for the RJ85. It's got the Toga button, the throttle lock, and all of that good stuff in there. Everything you see here on this Bravo today is the Blackbird Controls lever set as well. It's just for a different aircraft that I've been kind of tweaking. So Blackbird, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, though. Go get some pizza and take it easy, my man. All right, let's finish setting up this bird, shall we? The 146 is a slightly better package in my mind because it comes with cargo variants. Not that the RJs, I believe, were ever used for cargo, so that may be an unfair comparison. No, George, that's a fantastic point. The 146/RJ85, you get an incredible amount of variants. You get the 100, 200, 300 combis, A combi is a split cargo and split passenger, and a dedicated cargo version as well. So I can't say enough good things about this aircraft. This is kind of one of the low-key, one of my hidden favorite airplanes in the sim that I don't fly a ton. For some reason, it doesn't seem very popular amongst the algorithms, but whenever we get a chance to fly it, I absolutely love flying it. It's also an aircraft that if I do fly at home off stream, I'm probably either flying 146 or RJ85, something like that, or an F-28. It's probably one of the three, to be honest with you. So it's a good bird all the way around. Here we go. Let's fire it up. Pause and knit here. We're going from Ksan. Actually, before we do that, let's start boarding, shall we? Actually, hold on, chat. Here we go. Let's go ahead and we forgot something very important, chat. Excuse me. I need to close you real quick. Would you guys like a coffee? Let's go ahead and get the coffee on. Potable water is full. Looks like we have been serviced. We don't need a light, though. Let's go ahead and begin the brew process for our coffee. You'll hear that here momentarily. I'll start the boarding music here in a minute. Uh-oh, are we locked out? I'll start the boarding process here in a minute. I'll start the music in a minute. Let's go ahead and load up our flight plan. Let's see. San Jose. Actually, you know what? We should call ground first, huh? We're on the Zoo 4 to Senza. Let's call ground first, and then we'll begin boarding. All right, 23.9 is up on primary VHF 1.
3456. If you click on Z Pilot, you can bring it to the front, and then there should be a button on there that
we have information. Gulf. Oh, you hear the coffee brewing?
I'm sorry, that's anything.
No.
I'll take mine with just creamer. You got it, Steven. 2 creams, no sugar. What did I just click? I don't know. Hopefully nothing important. All right, let's give him a call, though. San Diego ground, good afternoon. Brickyard 357 with Gulf. Clearance to Laredo, please. He's probably trying to figure out who the hell Brickyard is. It's RPA. You would love some coffee at 4 in the afternoon? Steven, you must not have kids. Coffee at 4 in the afternoon is chef's kiss, my friend. Got some right here. 23.9, no response. San Diego ground, good afternoon. Brickyard 357, clearance to Laredo, Texas. Or excuse me, Laredo, Mexico. Is it Laredo or Laredo? Is that water for the coffee clean? Hopefully. I'm not getting any. Let me test my mic. Nope, mic is working. Push to talk is working.
Southwest 2801, contact tower 823.
Right, over to tower 923, Southwest 2801. Thank you.
Oh, I need to set this. We're not on line.
823.
Yep, 118.3, Southwest 2801. Thank you.
I'm gonna start plugging this in here.
And Brickyard 357, there must have been something wrong with my mic. Clearance on request.
Roger. All right, let's go ahead and load it up here while we're waiting here. We're going to be Zoo 4 most likely.
New Mexico 525, clearance to Laredo.
Should be the
Aero
Zoo 4
Mexico
to
575,
Senza.
Lindbergh ground. Clearance on request. Stand by. You are number 2.
Zoo 4 Senza. We'll activate that for now.
Seabird 90 Whiskey, contact tower 118.3. Have a nice flight.
183 to 9 Tower, bye.
Controller's petrified.
Lindbergh ground United
No.
419 Heavy, you still have our clearance and request question?
After Senza, I'm going to just kind of do 2 things at once here. As we're waiting for clearance, I'm going to get this going
No
here.
worries,
Senza
United
direct to
419
Tijuana. TIJ.
San Diego ground, Brickyard 714 requesting IFR to MMLT with call.
After that, we're going to Upper Juliet 20 to Sidga. I love the click sounds of this FMC. I don't know what it is. It's
Brickyard
the
714,
perfect
Lindbergh ground.
sound
Clearance on request. Stand by.
for FMC.
Southwest 3456.
UT6 to Imusu.
block code should be working now.
Upper
No,
Tango
sorry, I'm still not
25.
seeing you.
Alrighty. Well,
Upper Tango 25 to Lima Tango Oscar. Execute. Direct. Has us landing runway 34.
Limerick Ground United 419 Heavy is at gate 51 ready for pushing.
View our
Starboard
Yankee
Golf.
34. Execute that. Beautiful.
United 419 Heavy, push onto Bravo approved, face east.
Alright, so we're all
Push on the
set
Bravo
there.
approved face
Got
east.
both my Throttletek
United
throttles now.
419
Just
Heavy.
need the wind wing yoke and the PMDG 747. Eastern T3, what's up, my man?
All
Yes,
aircraft due
indeed.
to high volumes of traffic, you will now be getting to
That sounds excellent, man. I just need that wind wing yoke as well, Eastern T3. All right, let's go ahead and start the refueling. That'll take 5 minutes. As far as boarding, let's do, should we do realistic? It might take too long. Let's do 5-minute boarding process. Let's go ahead and, I want to wait to get our clearance to start boarding because we got to play the music and just chill out. But we can do Magic Barrel Ref Key. We'll put our DMEs on. Kind of finishing up some things here. Let's go ahead and get the APU fired up as well. Look at that CRJ next to us. Get the APU juicing up here. APU start soft open. You have an idea for the long haul, Infian? All right, my man. Mr. Saturday, Mike Lima Tango. Mike Lima Tango, Mexico. Mexico Laredo. Loretto? Is it Loretto? Somebody from Mexico, let me know how you say Loretto. Because Laredo's in Texas. You can see as we don't have any hydraulic pressure here, the pressure bleeds off and the barn doors open, but they won't open fully. They just kind of open to a neutral spot. Little details like this take good modules and make them excellent. Absolutely love that.
Alright, sorry.
Laredo. What? Ladedo. What? I think y'all are messing with me. Lone Star says $20 that controller spent 5 minutes trying to figure out what an RJ1 hotel is. Listen, Lone Star, I agree with you, man. It's probably correct. That, or he's trying to figure out what an RPA is and an RJ1 hotel is. But look, I'm not going to throw shade on the kid because he's obviously doing some really good for his age, man. To be on the ground control and issue clearances like that, I wasn't doing that at his age. So props to the kid for doing it. Oh, we caught Infian's takeoff there. Look at that. That was sweet, perfect timing. Mexican Spanish. Let's see. Lieradu. Matty K, I think you're pulling my leg too. Lieradu? Keep watching and we can see his WASM crash. Scott, what's going on, my man?
American Airlines 916, crossing IFR clearance.
Sydney to Kai, Texas, Infian. Ooh. Problem is we can't do that. We have to pick up where we left off, Infian. We have to pick up where we left off in Saint Martin. We have to pick up where we left off in Saint Martin. I think we're going to go... I'm planning Saint Martin to Tenerife. V1, I know you dig the E-Jets. They're working 24. King's Bob, yes. I was gonna try those, but they are Sim Update 2 only right now. I'm not Sim Update 2. It's Laredo. Let's go Laredo. Well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and start boarding. And now that we have had our fresh coffee, boarding process has started. Let's play my favorite track, Pilot Air. PDC is in. Ricard 337, PDC received, thanks. All right, here we go. Zoo 4, Senza, Tijuana, J1, LTO, MMLT. That looks basically as filed. Looks like you shortened it a little bit. We'll be out of radar contact though by then. That's fine. Top altitude, flight level 310. We're on the Zoo Squawk 1333. Squawk 1333. Let's throw you on the ground. Altitude reporting is on. 1333 is set. We'll throw on the APU air. We'll throw on the packs, get some cooling on. Cabin air is coming on. We'll call ground 23.9 for push. We're going to wait for our final weights. Take a look at our charts. Zoo 4 RNAV departure. Jets, let me zoom in here. Initial climb, Jets, flight level 230. All right, 230 is set. We got our PDC. We'll go ahead and get our flight directors after engine start. We can set our speed bugs though. Actually, we can't. We don't have our weights yet, so we'll hang tight on that. I guess we can disconnect from external power. External power is off. That looks good. Let's go ahead and pull the GPU. Finish loading up here. Greetings, Ricar. What's up, man? St. Martin SBRF? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Where's that at? SBRF? New sim update 2 beta drop today? Yeah, I'm going to stay clear of the betas until absolutely confirmed stable. Right now, everything is fine. So, with whatever version I'm on, some I'm on, what is this? Version 1? And it's been running really good on my system, so I don't want to make any changes unless required. That bare metal 7.2 is going to hit different. I know it, man. So I was going to use, and I'm still planning on using Air Florida, because the Air Florida livery hits pretty good, man. We are going to the beach.
Track.
Airport lounge.
Alright,
Have you flown the new CRJ V2? No, I have not. I've stayed away from the CRJ. Kind of a... not really tickling my fancy. Nothing against it. I just... Alright, so we're almost done boarding. We'll wait for our final weights. We'll wait for our final trim. We could take a look here at our checklist. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Cockpit prep, circuit breakers, radar, we already did that. Panels, pedestal check, crew at station, pins and covers, aircraft log, park brake is set, fuel quantity, flow meters, altimeters, pressurization, we did. IRS is aligned, FMS is checked, we're waiting for the init numbers. Flight guidance panel, I guess we can set that up then, huh? We'll go ahead, flight director 1, flight director 2, FDTO track, that is set. Can we LNAV on the ground? No, we can't LNAV yet. Takeoff data, we're waiting for that, trims and that. So we're pretty much here, crew at station above the line, waiting for our final numbers.
Still waiting on that.
American 916, I am working on that right now.
Career track, yeah, there's a career track trying to get his call sign in. Unable landing clearance, career track, find another airport to bother, yes. Man, Vodka, I flip-flopped the destination just for you, and now you don't even want to fly along. Unacceptable, man. What's funny is I actually loaded into Laredo on accident right before I went live, too. Even though we said we were going to go southbound. Oh, American 320 is on the push. FSS E-Jet's finally working at 24. Can't wait to see that FMS update. I know, Zach. Listen, as soon as I get brave enough to try sim update 2. Oh, boarding's complete.
Cabin crew, arm doors, and
We'll give it a shot. All right.
Thank you, man, bro.
Arm doors cross-check. Here we go. It's time to get ready. Boarding is complete. So let's go ahead and I'm going to click on this. This will set our trim automatically. Zero fuel weight is 74.5. 74.5. That's going to go right here. Reserves of 2. Boom. We're going up to flight level 310. Might be a little bit heavy for that. We'll execute. That looks good for now. Back to our index. We'll go back to the... Actually, we'll just keep you on the legs page for right now. And I guess we can keep you on the init page. That looks fine for me. All right, with that set, we'll come down here. We're going to be doing a flaps for takeoff. We'll be flaps 18. We'll click here to set our speeds. So we can see our speeds are set because our flip chart options are enabled. Toga is set. 94.9 is be what we'll be getting here. That looks good. Coming back up to the overhead. Let's prepare for engine start. We'll get our fuel tank pumps on. Generators are off. We're going to turn off the galley power for start. We'll get the engine anti-ice on for torque on the engine start. APU air is on. Packs off. Ram air is shut. Beacon is on. Entry wing, we'll throw the logo light on. That's fine as well. So we are primed and ready for start. All right, below the line. Fasten seatbelts on. Packs and APU air on is off. Beacon strobes are on. Fuel panel is set. Double check. Yes, it is. Fuel panel is set. I just want to double check what my sim brief said. Fuel block fuel 14,000. That checks. We got 7 aside. Beautiful. Takeoff briefing performed before engine start. Belts, packs, APU air, blue to fill, fuel panel, doors, windows, slides, TCAS, TARA. Wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead and call for push. And San Diego ground. Brickyard 357. Ready to push back here off gate 26. I think we're at 26. Push on Bravo, approve, call you ready to taxi, Brickyard 357. Now, how does one disconnect the jetway? I don't know how to disconnect the jetway. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and release the brakes. Brakes are released. Let's connect the tug. Let's see, what do we got? Adrian Kaufman, thank you for the 6 months of support. Had the alert box muted, sorry. Been loving the RJ recently. Perfect mix of new old. Yes, indeed it is. Yes, indeed it is. Adrian Kaufman, thanks for the 6 months of support. Maddie K, thank you for the $5 super chat. Wait. What does the top left of your checklist say? Now that's funny. That must be the default Microsoft call sign from our Barry Seal ops. Oh my gosh, because that's what we had. That's what I had it set for our Barry Seal ops. Oh my goodness me, man. That is funny, dude. Can I get some Barry Seals in chat, please? Some Barry Seals in chat. All right, let's go ahead. Starting to push. We got American behind us here.
Push and start American L6.
American 916.
Hopefully we can push over here.
Push on to Bravo Crew, American L6.
Mickey G, what's going on, man? How you doing, dude? Mickey G, did you see that video someone posted a TBM startup? Someone posted a TBM startup in the Discord. Dude, it was the best PT6 light-off I've seen in a while. Close enough. Go ahead here and stop. Close enough. Push complete. Set brakes. Let's start them up. Start power. Start master. Number 4. Should be on norm. Here we go. Starting 1. Whisper jet. Shh. The 737 Classic that we all want. Right here. Yeah, Mark posted it straight juice. My wife saw it. Yeah, oh, that's right. Your wife slapped her phone out of your hand. I remember now. Yeah, you did see it. Dude, best PT6 light off sound. We need to. I need to like find a way to rip that audio, and we're going to use it as a notification or something. We're going to have to rip that audio. That was the best light-off sound I've heard in a while. All right, number 3.
Attention all aircraft. Lindbergh ground is now offline. Contact tower 118.3.
Thanks for HTC, bud. We'll see you later.
Thanks.
I really need those Blackbird levers with actual detent cutoffs. As soon as the ignition extinguishes, we can begin cranking number 2. Since we got 4 engines, it's kind of good to get them all running here as quickly as possible, blocking the alley. AFO, I think that TBM was a little bit cold. I think it seemed like it was a cold start, pretty cold, and I don't know, maybe he was early with the fuel, I don't know, but he definitely lit off hard, man. I know I had a couple of 99 light-offs that were pretty aggressive when it was really, really cold. Oh, for some reason my number 1 start switch is not bound, so we'll have to manually click number 1. There's enough fuel on. It just kind of, I mean, it depends, you know. I don't know what he did, what was going on in that TBM, but it was awesome. Matty K, is that the correct start sequence? 4, 3, 2, 1? Yeah. And you know what I also found out? Aero Sucra 727 goes 1, 2, 3. I didn't know that. So when we do our next Aero Supra 7.2, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 on engine start. All right, monitoring our instruments. Everything is looking good. We got 3 good starts. Looks like number 4 is up and running. Beautiful. Engine start master is coming off. Start power is norm. Engine anti-ice can come off. Gen 1 is online. Gen 4 is online. Galley power is back online. Ice detect is on. 1, 2, 3 on the heat. Screen heat can stay off. Pack 1, Pack 2, APU air is on. Engine air will remain off for performance. That all looks good. Let's go ahead and get hydraulic 1, 3, and that's going into auto. That looks good. APU power is avail, and we're doing flaps 18. Sorry, CRJ there. Didn't mean to block you. Yeah, Earl, I was surprised. I was watching an Aero Sucra video with Sam Chewy, I guess. All right, flight controls are checked. That looks good. We got good starts. Let's go ahead and get out of the alleyway here first, and then we'll call ground. Or tower, I mean. Thanks, Pax, man. Looks like we'll be calling 18-3 here. I just want to get out of the alley, that way everyone can start up and push. My scenery's kind of warped too. There'd be a real hold short line up here. Yep, the one with the 24-year-old FO Tango Kilo, yep. Yeah, man. That was a sweet video, dude. I watched that whole thing. Well, when I was sick yesterday, that's all I did, man. I just watched YouTube videos all day long of 727, 747 classics. I watched them all. All right. We're good on the start. After start looks good. Let's go ahead and come back to our charts page here. We are short of Bravo. Let's call tower 18-3. Sounds like the coffee. She's brewing another pot of coffee right now. I can hear it brewing. 18-3. 18-3 is coming up. Lindbergh ground. Good afternoon. Brickyard 357 short of Bravo with Yankee taxi. Correction, hotel.
Aircraft calling, take call sign.
So Brickyard 357.
Brickyard 357 short of Bravo, not hotel. Runway 27, taxi via Bravo.
Right, but we have information hotel for Brickyard 357.
Brickyard 357, no worries, my bad.
Yeah, give me snark, douche. Just kidding. Doing my best 330 driver impression. All right, here we go. Bravo. We did our flight control check. Flaps 18 are set. 137 on the speed. 230 is set. Runway heading 263.
Runway 27, clear for takeoff, American 51 Victory.
That's IVEO basic behaviors. Nah, dude. Treat all controls with respect. Well, I don't want
Tower,
to.
hello, Brickyard 714.
Don't want to
ready for
be
taxi
like
with hotel.
our friend on the other channel. But
Brickyard 714.
that dude was definitely trying to give me some sass. Give me
27 by
sass.
Bravo, Brickyard 714.
Give me sass when I'm wrong. I'll take it. But when I'm right, better not be bringing the sass. All right. PFD is set. Lights are set. I'm trying. We'll do the auto throttle short of the runway. It'll be thrust climb. We got 137 set. Now, if I look at the SID here, I'm gonna bug max 230. I know we're supposed to keep 137 set, but I can't change this other than using my mouse wheel. So I'm actually gonna bug 230. Not realistic. Stutters are back. Excellent. 230 is bugged.
American 916, holding short, runway 27.
That's just for ease of flying. You would keep that 137 speed bug, but I can't change that with my Bravo, so I don't know what's happening here with the stutters all of a sudden. That's not good. No stutters in outside view. Okay, I guess we're just taxiing outside view. Soon to be banned from my VAO premium. Yep. Wouldn't be my first time, right? Do you have a list of mods? Henry, I don't have any mods for this flight, my man. The only thing you're looking at that's modified is the aircraft. This is the 146 RJ, or excuse me, RJ85. 146, same airframe, completely different electronic suite. So this is the RJ85 with glass cockpit. I had these stutters using Navigraph. Oh, you're right, dude. I think you're right. Look at that. They're gone.
American 516.
They're just about gone. Yep.
Limit Tower, good evening. Time in 1
Kind of gone. Maybe it's because I had it up. How do I, like, can I go to exit? Let's just go to exit. Aircraft.
November 124 Papa Foxtrot.
I think you're right, man. I think maybe it's still trying to connect. I don't know. Something with Navigraph. You're absolutely right, because I've seen that happen a couple times. It looks like that did kind of smooth it out a little bit. Maybe? I don't know.
Number target, looking for 5 Yankee at edge.
I'm not sure. I do like taxiing with this tiller, though.
Cassandra 5 and parting prior to arrival. 2807, number 27, third line.
Bogey 106. RJ.
American 916, wind 2807.
Man, what is going on with that?
7 clear for takeoff.
Look at this. I'm going to have to go back to X-Plane, chat. I'm going to have to go back to X-Plane. It's only in the cockpit view. That's so weird. Come back to Yellow Sim. I'm going to be back in Yellow Sim here in a minute. For some 727 ops. Navigraph Simlink. I wonder. Well, I don't have Simlink installed.
Alright, squawk 6620, clear to the Bravo, thank you.
So I wonder if that's causing an
Bravo,
issue.
taxi.
It's trying to connect.
Number 4 Papa Foxtrot.
Come back to
Number 27
Intel.
taxi to Charlie.
7 by Charlie, thank you, cool Bubble Box.
American 916, if I have not already, contact departure 119.6.
119 area, that's alright, contact departure American 916.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Canton on expected standby.
It might be. Yeah, it is linked. It is linked, Matty K.
Cabin is secured for departure.
Roger that. So weird, man.
Check Air 269, runway 27 miles away.
Line up and away, runway 27, career track 269.
Where's the career track? Oh, he's over on that side. It's like, who's the career track?
Lufthansa 5.
It's only in cockpit view, so it's got to be something with Navigraph.
Bravo 10, Lufthansa 5.
It has to be Navigraph, because when I'm in the cockpit, it's like trying to load Navigraph stuff.
American 25, Rick Jackson.
Hopefully it'll go away when we get airborne. Can I hide the EFB? Is there a hidden
Lufthansa 5 has
hidden
to
click
go
spot?
to the American Air currently, or to the
It's not. That's the yoke.
We can go straight and we can go any way you want, really.
I thought there was a hidden click spot.
Lufthansa 5 Yankee Heavy, taxi departure to
I never remember where it is.
Taxi to parking via Bravo.
Nope, we don't want to drop the masks. Yeah, default ground textures. Hide EFB click spot next to the yoke hide click spot. Next to? Oh no, that gets rid
Charlie,
of that.
what's your call sign again?
It's career track.
That's the yoke.
It's ATP.
Career track 269, thank you. Runway, wind 2807, runway 27, please take off.
You know, we never did it.
Take out runway 27, career track 269.
Why are we getting a config check?
Tower, FedEx 4, ready for dispatch.
Screen heat?
Back. Heavy, what's back expression or red light expected?
You know, I did have this in my test sector. I had a config. AR flaps 18. I did have a config warning on my test sector, and we're going to just send it. I don't... Maybe it doesn't want the flaps 18? Yeah, see, we'll still get it. Brakes are set.
American 25, runway 27, taxi
Well,
to
if you
Bravo.
is the little plaque to the right for the click spot to hide the
Career
yoke.
track 69.
Ah,
taxi
thank you.
to
Got it.
19.6.
Yeah, what is that? A little
Alright, departure
deviation
119,
card?
understood.
Yeah, a
Career
little
track
compass
269,
deviation card.
Brickyard 357, wind 2807, runway 27, please take off.
Runway 27, clear for takeoff, Brickyard 357. You know what thrust set? It might have been. Yeah, you're right, thrust set. There it goes with my speed brake. It was just creeped out of the dead zone. You're absolutely right. Thank you, thrust set. Thrust set got it. All right, here we go. We are cleared for takeoff. Oh, don't need those. Strobes are coming on. Beacon is on. It still seems to be stuttering. LNAV is on. It was my speed brake. Auto throttle is armed. Andy B. I know I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't. I was just kidding. For takeoff checklist complete. Looks like it's smoothed out now, maybe. All right, here we go. Let's sync our heading bug. Let's go. Spool them up.
Check thrust.
Ah!
Thrust set. Airspeed allowed.
That's what it is.
Guard.
It's the speed brake. Thank you, thrust set. All right, here we go.
Easy
Airspeed's
knobs.
alive. Ooh, a little bump on the runway there.
Go. Rotate.
Nice and easy on the rotation. Oh, that rotates so smooth. Positive rate, gear up. Fly with. Way too loud.
Brickyard 357, contact Berkshire 109.6.
19.6 today, Brickyard 357.
November 4th, Papa Foxtrot.
Need to
Still
call.
want to wait for level flash shot.
Brickyard 357, Hotel Park.
Brickyard 357, 1,600, climbing 230.
Brickyard 357, where are you going?
Left turn for the zoo.
Brickyard 357, just so you know, you're not flying the departure correctly. Just stop your climb at 3,000. Fly present heading. All sections back on course.
3,000, present heading, Brickyard 357. See, karma's a bitch, man. What'd I tell you? $3,000 present heading. I knew it didn't look right on the FMS when we took off.
SoCal approach. Hello, United. Southwest.
Now I gotta bring my charts back up.
Flight level 190. We're descending by the Constitute.
Southwest 155, SoCal approach.
Out to jet, then a left turn.
Expect the RNF to move runway 2.
Out to jet, then a left turn. Why did jet didn't load, I guess?
We'll expect RNAV Zulu to
Alright.
runway.
Speed up
Runway
250.
27 and
Or 230, that's what it was max. Alright.
Southwest.
235.
Sorry,
Autopilot
Southwest
engaged.
125.
Speed
Clean
check.
it up.
Flaps 0.
Flap 0. Why didn't our departure load?
Be directed to climb the maintain 250 knots to 1.
Direct to, was that Senzu or Senza or Zoo for Brickyard 357? Gosh,
Brickyard 357 is the left turn to
left turn at Zoo, Brickyard 357, 250 knots. Why didn't that load properly?
Brickyard 357 from climb B to 50.
We'll climb to this at Brickyard 357. That's 230. Let's just get climbing. Is Zoo not in the box there? Why is Zoo not in the box? Zoo 4, Senza, execute, legs. It's not in the box. That's weird. It's not in the box. So go direct ZOO. ZZ000, not in database. Okay. Well, we don't have it in the box. That's weird. Alright, well, we'll just have to disconnect because we don't have it in the box. It doesn't exist? That's weird. Yeah, it's updated. It's updated. Alright, well. In that case, I guess we'll just go direct Senza. Execute LNAV. Let's do a level change 250. IIS LNAV 1. I don't know why Jedi and Zoo is not in there. That's active, right? That's the right database. Alright, well, we'll just fly this way. Alright, what'd I miss? I missed a whole lot of stuff there. Casey Olert, oh my goodness, dropping a $100 super chat. Casey, thank you so much for a massive super chat, dude. Really, really appreciate that. Last veterinary school final tomorrow. No better ways to study than by watching some V1. Hey, Casey, wow, thank you so much for the massive $100 super chat. That's absolutely insane. Thank you so much, Casey. Really appreciate that. Matty K, no, I disconnected. I'm not gonna let him know. He's already pissed that I didn't fly the departure right. Casey, thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate that. Those are O's, not zeros. Oh, did I put O's, not zeros? But it should still be in here. Z-O-O, oh, Z-Z-O-O. Nope, still, no, not in database. Those are O's. Those aren't zeros. It's not in the database. Chart's up to date. Not in the database, man. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, Casey, sorry it was a bad time on there on departure. But again, absolutely epic. Thank you. Best of luck for your last final, too. That's exciting. Yeah, Navigraph's up to date, right? Oh, hold on. Let's look at the departure here for a minute before we get going. 2024 issues, maybe. I don't know. Did anybody else take off with that same departure? Geographically Inverted also dropped 5 gifted subs there on the departure roll. Thank you so much, Geographically Inverted. I really appreciate that. Wow, look at those clouds. If you pick up a membership from Geographically Inverted, make sure you shout them out and say thank you. Very, very kind. Ask Career Track 69. I'll reconnect once we get out of ATC range. I don't know why. When I saw it in the box, it wasn't. I know it didn't look right, but it had a left turn. Is Jedi in the box? Jetti? Let's see if Jedi is in the box. That's why you should get an RNAV. Jedi is in the box. That's weird. Jedi's in the box. So we're missing one fix, and I guess that hosed the departure. But that's why, technically, even though we flew the departure wrong, it should always be Brickyard 357 RNAV Jedi 27 clear for takeoff. We didn't get an RNAV Jedi. I didn't look. I should have looked anyway. Holy clouds, though. Look at that amazingness. No, it's not zeros, dude. There's no zeros. TJL, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Really appreciate you. If you got any tips from a nervous flyer, been a couple years since my last flight, and I have one tomorrow. Oh man, nothing to be nervous about. If you make it to the airport, you've already got through the most dangerous part there, TJ. Captain of excuses. Thank you, TJ. But nah, you're gonna be fine, man. Where are you flying? What are you flying on? Xanax. There you go. I wonder if that's a database error, though. Like for other aircraft, because we are up to date. I actually updated it. March to April. That's good for 2 more days. So I really don't know what that's all about. Can you disconnect to an IRL? Thanks, Bills Mafia. No, can't disconnect IRL, but you would get a proper clearance for takeoff IRL, and then you would prompt you to check the box RNAV 2. Oh well. I saw the flight director commanding a left turn, and I also don't get stutters IRL too, right? So that's why I had the box off. Geographically Inverted, thank you for the 8 Australian. I gotta figure out what that one is. Geographically Inverted, thank you so much for the $8. I appreciate you, man. Had to for the RJ stream. Best jet I ever worked and flew on. Worst jump seat I ever rode on, though. If you ride it, amputate your legs above the knees for comfort. Geographically Inverted, my man, thank you so much for the $8 super chat. We'll pop that jump seat out just for you. I guess we'll close the cockpit door too. We should close the door. There we go. Can I? Oh my gosh. I don't think that slides out, does it? That's just where you sit? Do you really just sit there? Or does this slide out on... It slides out on tracks, right? I think right there. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, dude. That, talk about a tight jump seat. That is awesome. Disconnecting IRL is passing the radios off to your FO. Matty K. You're absolutely right, man. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Yeah, buddy. I take back all the bad things I said about the 7.3 jump seat. I need to look at, no, it's not on there. Anyway, let's go ahead and make sure everything, well, we're at a 15,000. We can go ahead and accelerate. We're still doing, let's come up to 270 knots on a flight level change climb. 270, we'll get our lights off here. I'm a little bit late on that. Lights are coming off, runway lights are coming off. Logo lights come off, strobe nav, beacon, those are all on. Let's go ahead and get the engine air on, APU air off. We can go ahead and stop the APU. That looks good. Let's run, let's see, taxi next, preparation system. Engine air is on, APU air is off, packs on, APU's off, lights, flaps, gear, TRP to climb. We are climb norm, that's auto, that checks. And altimeter is cross-checked. Okay, everything looks good. Double check pressurization. We are climbing. There's the altitude alert. We'll go ahead and continue all the way up now. 310. 310 is set. Climb norm. Well, that was going to be a beautiful San Diego departure. Got a little rowdy there, though. That's why you don't. That's why you hold your tongue when the controllers are not nice, because it's called foot and mouth disease. Nabil's in the house. What's going on, Nabil? Appreciate you, my man. Thanks for all the support. Welcome back in, dude. I'm very curious, though, why Zoo is not in our box. Let me check the IVEO premium map. Let's see when we'll be out of radar coverage. We'll rejoin. We are just now exiting. Wait, no, there's a 714. Who's 714? So Mike Tango Juliet is kind of the final line. That airport. Going over Mexico. Can I turn on like airports on this? Yeah, airport page on. Zoom the range out a little bit. I think we are over. Not quite yet. There's KNJK. We're beam NJK. Trying to see when we can reconnect. That's really close. That's like one of the last airports. That's El Centro. Oh yeah, that's the naval. Is that a naval base? No. I think that's military though, isn't it? El Centro? That's just abeam the border. Go a little bit further and we'll be able to reconnect. Look out for the Blue Angels. There you go. Yeah, winged up. What's up, man? Navigraph and ATC are monkeying around. There isn't a zoo. Yeah, see? So I wonder what's going on with that, Dale. But it's zoo. It's the zoo departure. ZOOO for RNAV. How could that not be in the box? I'm going to have to load up in the Fenix just to see. I'm sure it's a 24 database issue. Maybe. Well, then everyone else should be having the issue too. Unless, I bet you other aircraft might be drawing it Jedi first and then the fix. They're just skipping Zoo. Yeah, Zoo. Oh, no, I know Zoo is a real world waypoint. I've gone over the Zoo many times. I've done that departure IRL. So I know it's a real fix. But the fact that our database is up to date and Jedi's in the box and Senza was in the box, Zoo, the main fix, was not in the box. So can we file an ASAP report and say the controllers were mean and the database is bugged, so it relieves the pilot from all errors? Or I'll just blame it all on the FO. Yep, I updated verse Navigraph. No, it's Jedi, as in Jedi? What, the fix? What'd I say? It's Jedi. Jedi? Jedi? Is it Jedi? Oh, whatever. Just pull the chute. What's up, AA Ron? You keep saying Senza, I keep hearing Senzu, and I think you suddenly started talking like Dragon Balls. What's up, Diabetic Lad? Gray shirt. Yeah, definitely, dude. I should. That's such a bummer, though, because that was going to be such a beautiful departure. Sidga. Is Sidga clear? I think Sidga is going to be pretty dang clear. Yeah, we should be out of the airspace by now. What would happen if you depart and find out you have a missing waypoint? You don't, Bill's Mafia. So a couple things went wrong altogether, like I said earlier. Should be RNAV to Jedi 27 cleared for takeoff. So if you go back to the departure, we had the first fix in here was Senza, I believe. Someone might have to wind it back and look. Now, I didn't double check it because I was looking at trying to hide the EFB and for the stutters. But whenever you hear RNAV Jedi, you come down here, verify RNAV Jedi, right? That would have been first step one to see if you had the fix. Direct to Zoo not being in the box is that wouldn't happen IRL because you also would have had two guys look over the flight plan, right? We go over each waypoint. So, Cosmic, gotta go, bud. All the best for us from Cosmic. I didn't even know you're here, man. What's going on, dude? All right, hope you have a good one. Sorry I missed your chats earlier. I guess you must have checked in. I didn't see you, man. Got a little hectic back there, Cosmic. Hope you have a good rest of your evening, my man. But, yeah, so once the flight plan is loaded, it shouldn't even take, what's weird, though, is if Zoo's not even in the box, I don't know how it even took it properly, you know? But, yeah, you would verify all the fixes on the departure. And especially if you weren't going to verify all the fixes on the departure, at the very least, you check the constraints, right? So you check Zoo 230 at 6,000. So it would have been mitigated IRL multiple times, multiple different ways. Yeah, thank you. Set standards. 2992 is set. But, yeah, that's just that's funky one. I don't know. Just must be a database issue. Does the 7-2 have an automated engineer? But yes, it does. It has a crew manager. I'm going to try tinkering with it more later on. Jedi is not hard. It's it's pronounced jetty, like a rock jetty. I don't know. I think it's Jedi. I think they do say Jedi IRL though. I can't. Pretty sure they say Jedi. All right, we should be clear, so I'll reconnect. Zoo 4 is just a name. Probably the real fix have an incorrect lat law in the database, which the box ignored. Yeah, Douglas. I think that's exactly what's happening, or what happened. But of course, it happens on right after I was saying the controller saying I'm not at Taxiway Hotel, but it's Information Hotel. Classic example of foot and mouth disease there. But I don't know. I still don't know what the SAS was at the beginning. Captain, are you still connected to the network? I don't see you. I just reconnected now that we're outside of the airspace.
American 4510, SoCal departure.
I kind of want to hear if anybody else is departing and they have that issue.
Because one depart Mission Bay heading 360.
I wonder if
Mission Bay off 360, everyone.
Do you think it could be
San Diego departure,
RJ85
2417, passing
database thing?
1,500.
Delta 2417, SoCal departure, radar contact.
I departed, no issues on 24. Brian, did you have Zoo? It's in the flight plan? Okay, Romeo, so it must be something in this one. It must be something in the RJ box then. Thank you, Brian.
Marvel departure, American 4510, 5.7, climbing with the
Yeah, I can't imagine that would go unnoticed for that long, you know? We'll go to
Delta
Unicom.
2417, traffic 12 o'clock.
Because if that fix wasn't there,
westbound at 6,000.
they would have caught it within the first probably few hours.
Traffic in sight, Delta 2417.
Because anybody taking off out of San Diego is going to have that issue, but it just must be localized. It's just weird that everything else is there. Oh well. Don't matter now. Oh, Aaron, I'm not, dude. I'm just having fun, man. What is FLS, and is it more common to have that on Airbus or no? Miles Johnson, it is the FMS landing system, essentially, and in simple terms, it's to make every approach look and fly like an ILS approach. It is very common on the new Airbuses that come equipped with FMS2. It's just a company option, though. I'd say our fleet is kind of a mix. I'd say 60-40 right now, with 60% no and 40% yes FLS, but it just depends. Yeah, Fritz, we were on the right runway. Yeah. Sand departure runway 27 on the Zoo 4. I'm not going to reload it though. Altasenza. Erase. I don't want to reload it right now. We're doing fine. I turned FLS off in the Phoenix. It made R&P approaches too boring. Aaron, I agree, dude. I actually did an FLS approach the other night just because I was feeling lazy. Actually, where did we do it? It was Cancun. I did a FLS into Cancun. Oh, chat. I landed, what is it, west in Cancun for the first time in, like, ever. I don't think I ever landed the other direction. I take that back. I attempted to land west in Cancun one time, a long time ago. If you remember my fuel emergency podcast, a long time ago, that was the last time that I ever even attempted to land westbound in Cancun. And we landed westbound the other day, and we shot the FLS going in there. It was the RNAV, so we did the FLS. Made it real easy. Yeah, Matty K, it was awesome, man. It was, you come in super low over the hotels, and I actually want to do it in the sim because I want to see how there's like the AVA or something resort and casino that is literally off the departure end on the coastline there. Massive hotel with swimming. The swimming pools are huge, and there's bridges going over the swimming pools. I really want to check it out. We actually looked. The FO and I were looking at how much would it cost to stay a few nights. It was like $500 a night to stay at that one resort right off the departure end. I guess it would be the departure end for 3 zeros, and it'd be the arrival end if you're going the other way. But we checked it out. But then coming in super low level and slow, you see stuff that you don't really see on the departure going out west, or when you depart east rather. You're kind of climbing out in that left turn over Cancun. You see all the hotels, but you're busy and you're accelerating 250 knots. So coming in, landing west, you're low and slow, or I keep saying, yeah, landing west. There's a hotel right on the tip, on the northern part of that Cancun beach there, that's where I want to stay at too. So many sweet little hotels out there, man. I've never even done the Cancun thing. I think last time I went to Cancun, not working, I was in high school or something. The opposite of 3-0. What's the opposite of 3-0 in Cancun? Let me see if I pull up my chart here. No, see, it doesn't work there. Let's see. Mike Cancun. There you go. I'll show you. Yeah, I guess it's not really west, is it? 1-2. I keep saying west. Is it west-ish? No, not really. 3-0. Okay, yeah. So I've normally always landed 1-2 left. This time you came around the horn, we landed 3-0 right. So is there like a, you know what, we could probably go to en route charts. Just getting a little bit of turbulence up here. Let me see if I can zoom out on the on this map here. I'm not sure. I've never really used this map thing. IFR, VFR. Let's go to the world map. Oh, you know what? Why? I think somebody said this happens because my monitor refresh rate or something is off. There was a fix for this. I could probably load it on the regular charts, but doesn't matter. Let's make sure we level properly here. Getting rid of level 310. I remember Cancun Customs being a catacall mess of lines and waiting. Do you have to deal with that, or do you bypass it? Cody, so most of my Cancun is turns, so I don't have to mess with that. Now, I have done the mess, though, where you go in through customs. Yeah, it definitely can be a bit of a mess. We seem to be struggling. Let's do this. Let's do vertical speed. I'm going to vertical speed you up here. Go up there and get it, baby. How to stall an RJ in 5, 4, 3. Current winds at Laredo 070 at 8 knots. There's only one approach, and I think it's to the northbound runway, right? The VOR northbound. We could do that and circle, or we might be able to just do a visual approach, you know. Straight up visual, land south. We'll take a look at it here once we got a little ways to go. We'll settle up and cruise, and we'll take a look at it. In the box, I have the VOR Yankee right now. All right, we're leveling 31,000 feet. It seems like she is struggling to level. Alright. She's got it. The RJ does have an auto throttle, yes. Yes, it does have an auto throttle, which makes this airplane way lighter on the workload. So if you ever watched any of my 146 streams where it's similar airframe, well, same airframe, but all round gauge, no auto throttle, and no FMS, much, much higher workload. Now, it is much more satisfying when you complete a flight but it's almost like comparing a 747-400 versus 747-200. I think that's the perfect comparison between the 146 and the RJ series. Similar airframes like the 742, 744, but the 744 has got the glass, got the FMS, all that good stuff. The 74200, like we fly with the Felis, you're in the SIVA box. In the 146, you're using VOR nav. I believe you can use a default FMS in the 146 if you wanted to, but I haven't done that in a long time. So the RJ85 is where it's at. If you want the perfect mix of retro and modern, this is, to me, this airplane is almost the same workload as flying something of the likes of the IXEG 737 Classic. So it's got the auto throttle, it's got flight director, it's got the FMS. The overhead may look complex at the very beginning, but honestly, it's pretty straightforward, and it comes with checklists to help you get through it. So it's and there's a lot of automation too. Like, even though it looks like there's a whole lot going on up here, a lot of it's automatic. Like for engine start, you know, it's everything. You have a FADEC, you start it up, put the fuel on. You do have to kill the packs and all that, but I mean, it's a pretty good bird, man. And the flight modeling is very nice. It feels very fluid. JJ, what's up? Thanks for $2 super chat. Zoo is in the Fenix database. Yours is broke. RIP. Must have a database error on mine then. P2 should be off. Yeah, after it went through 18. Didn't we shut it off? Oh no. There we go. Let's run through our checklist. Let's see. Engineers off, APU errors, or engineers on, APU error, packs are on, APU is off. After in taxi check. Hydraulics on as required. Okay, cool. All right, we're looking good now. 31,000 feet. We're approaching our Mach. We're going to try to, I don't know how much we're going to get out of this bird. We're going to try to do 7.0 Mach. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. We're going to try. Where's your in-up for the FMC? Yeah, man, I don't know. Totally hosed us. Call it a company FMC issue. Now, there are, believe it or not, every now and then we do get a memo saying, hey, there's a database error with this departure at this airport. And I just had one. Let me see if I can pull it up and read it to you. We just had an email alert for Las Vegas. Let me see if I can't find it and give you an example of what I'm talking about. Nope, I deleted them all. So never mind. But it was on the departure, I believe, out of Las Vegas. There was a database error, and it gets blasted out on the email list saying, hey, this is a database error. Check your departure SID. Las Vegas. I don't have it because I was full. My company email was full on space because they only give you like 100 megabytes, whatever it is. So I had to delete a bunch of stuff. It'd be on my iPad, and I don't have my iPad with me. But that happens from time to time, where it's a company-wide issue or a company database. Because in the real world, every airline has their own company database. So American will have an American database for their FMC. JetBlue will have one. Delta has their own. So everybody has their own database, and every now and then you do get database errors. But yeah, with that, it gets sent out on blast when you do find out that you have an error. All right, we are finally at 260 knots, 7.1 Mach. Our thrust levers are coming back here, right? Our throttle is on. Yes, it is. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's turn the seatbelt sign off. You're now free to move about the cabin. Let's go ahead.
The captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign.
I sure have.
Feel free to move about the cabin.
How's the coffee? Can you get another cup of coffee going? Oh, they've already brewed. Oh, they got hot water going too. All right, cool. Mick Oatmeal, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to Private Pilots. Thanks for joining the channel, man. Welcome on board. F-28 is surprisingly automated as well. Yes, Ivan, the F-28 with the UNS-1 is the CRJ that everybody wants that we don't know that we have. So that's what I kind of equate, you know, everyone wants a study level regional jet. We've got two of the best highly detailed regional jets. You got the 146/RJ series, okay, 146 being the much more workload demanding variant. The RJ-85 being a 4-engine regional jet that gives you auto throttle, gives you the same workload as the 737. And then you have the F-28, which the F-28 that we have now in the latest version with the UNS-1 FMS, I honestly believe the F-28's workload is that of the CRJ. Maybe even, I don't know if I want to say it's less than the CRJ. But the F-28 right now with the UNS-1 is the CRJ that everybody wants that we don't have. So, Oscar says the F-28 yoke doesn't work for you in Sim Update 2 Beta? What do you mean the yoke doesn't work for you in Sim Update 2 Beta? Did you undo the throttle or the yoke lock? Because there is a throttle, or there is a flight control lock on the F-28. Aaron says, V, when I got a hydraulic system green low pressure earlier associated with a green engine 1 pump fault. Ooh, P2 seems to kick in and keep running. Would you generally continue to flight or divert? Aaron, that would be dependent on your situation, right? So first and foremost, green hydraulic system low pressure is as long as you don't have a land ASAP in red, you don't have to declare an emergency and land right away. That's step one. Number two, it depends on your situation. How much further do you have to go? Where are you going? Are you going out over the water? Are you going out over high terrain? Those may come into play, right? Like if I had a green engine system, low pressure, green engine 1 pump fault, and I'm 200 miles from Los Angeles, you know, I'm probably going to continue because if I'm flying from, say, Dallas to LA, I've got Vegas under me, I got Phoenix under me, and I got LA right in front of me. Probably going to continue. Unless maintenance has otherwise, right? You would consult with MOC through the McDo. But if it was at night and I'm getting ready to take off out of Bogota, Colombia, and there's, you know, and we're going all the way to frickin' Miami or back to Dallas or something, like that might come into play. You know, do I want to really be at night over the water, nowhere to land, if I've already got one hydraulic system out? You may think of doing a diversion somewhere closer in, maybe Kingston, maybe who knows, just depends, right? So situations are situational, but no, generally a green engine 1 pump fault is not going to require you to do an immediate landing. It will be a little bit uncomfortable, like you said, that PTU is going to be running. So interestingly, one of the in-op systems is a landing gear normal. Yep. Aaron, it's so ironic that you bring this up. So my buddy, I would just talk to him on the phone 3 days ago, just before I got sick, and he's like, dude, I had to do a freaking manual landing gear extension into Vegas. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, a green engine hydraulic, or a green hydraulic went out. I think they were going Dallas, Vegas, actually. They had no issues. They were fine continuing, but yeah, they actually set up for an extended final. So something that you would do, Aaron, in that, you know, you would talk to air traffic control, you'd let them know what's going on. You'd be like, hey, Iveo premium controllers. I know I can't declare an emergency without a controller on, but if you can I get maybe a 20-mile final? Because that's going to allow you to run through some extra checks. You're going to configure early. So they actually entered a hold on the extended center line for 2.6. And he said that's where they did all their stuff. They did the manual hydraulic deployment or manual gear deployment. All that stuff got configured. And essentially it was a non-event, right? They rolled the trucks because it's free, and airport fire rescue, they always want to come out and do something. So better to be safe than sorry. They followed them to the gate, non-issue. So, but yeah, man, I've never done a manual gear extension in the real airplane. Done it in the sim. But yeah, that's cool that you had that fault, and sounds like you handled it exactly right, man. That's what makes the Airbus, that's what makes the Fenix so great for simulating failures, because I'm assuming you followed the ECAM, and if you follow the ECAM, that ECAM is going to keep you alive, man. You don't need a QRH, you don't need a FCOM. Now, obviously, it's great to have those things, and real world we all do, But for sim pilots, man, you follow that ECAM, it's going to keep you alive. And as long as you know what to do, when the ECAM's telling you what to do, you're good to go. Situations are situational is probably my favorite quote. It's probably true. Thanks, John. I love that. I love that phrase too, man. Airborne en route to Argentina. Nice, Zippy. Well, cheers, my man. J-Foot says, I loaded into the RJ100. It has zoo and the departure loaded correctly. Might just need to reinstall the nav data. J-Foot, really? Well, I might have to, man. I'll do that before the next flight we take that up on. I mean, you guys saw, right? I didn't. Oh, well. What's weird, though, because initially, J-Foot, I thought, yeah, maybe I just didn't load the SID right. But we even tried to put zoo in there just direct to, and it wouldn't take it. So I've got to have some little bug. I'll reinstall the nav data. It's not a big deal. Hopefully San Diego departure is not that pissed off. Man, they sure bombard the hell out of you, though. That's one thing I get it, but I also don't really like it because it's like, okay, you're flying departure wrong, fly head, present heading, maintain 3000, cool, we did that. Then it's like, all right, fly direct zoo, climb via the SID. Okay. And then within 30 seconds, he's like, are you climbing via the SID? Are you trying to, like, flying a 2-pilot airplane here, single pilot, trying to turn, trying to load the box. You know, they kind of get a little, but I get it. I mean, they're dealing with all kinds of stuff every day, so I get the lack of tolerance, but they do bombard you pretty fast. Fireflyer, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Hey, you're heading to Laredo? Just got back from vacation there for a week. Beautiful. Fireflyer. Dude, you're the one that suggested it. Yes, indeed. So that is why we're flying this route, man. I was looking for somewhere different to fly, a small little regional hop, and I was like, let's do it. Mike Lima Tango. So thank you for the $5 super chat, man. And it looks like it's going to be a fun little flight down here. So I like the approach, man. There's some nice terrain out there. Looks pretty cool. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Hope you had a good vacation. Aaron says, I was offline, but that was exactly what I did. Slowed down to 180 at 15, started configuring as ECAM also warned flap slow or something. Yep. Yeah, flap slow. So exactly, Aaron, the flap deployment is going to be slower because you only have one system pushing the flaps out, right? So green, there's a lot of heavy users on that green system. You can operate without it just fine, as you found out. But yeah, it's going to flap slow, manual gear extension. Best to do that out a little bit early. You don't want to be coming in high and fast and have to figure out, oh, I can't get my flaps out. Not a good deal. So yeah, man, sweet stuff. Glad to see you coming to your senses and not flying Minecraft 12. Listen, Turd, we're gonna be back in X-Plane here soon, dude. I'm telling you what, man. It's not. If not for the Felis 747, in my experience, X-Plane 12 would still be not really enjoyable to me yet. But the fact that the Felis is so good, I'm drawn back into sim because I actually picked up the Torque Sim 525 and I was flying it around, and it's okay. It's okay. The graphics are okay. The model is okay. The cockpit is okay. The sounds are good. But, man, there's just something about the Felis that just is where it's at. X-Plane 8 PFD, Turk, that's a huge point. That's 100% correct. So there is a trend with X-Plane PFDs. And let me know if you agree with this. So doesn't matter what you're flying, the Citation 10, the default Citation 10, cockpit looks good, model looks fantastic, sounds aren't that bad. But the PFD has got this weird fuzziness / color to it that the Torque Sim has, that the default 330 has, that even some of the TOLUS aircraft have. They all have this weird, like, not awesome looking PFD. Now, when you click on them and pop them out, they look great. They look sharp. They look crisp. They look legit. But everything that has a PFD in it, it seems to just be off. And I don't know if it's the colors. I don't know if it's the if it's the clarity of the PFD in the virtual cockpit. But I don't know what that is. Now, I'd be curious, Digital Merc, to fire up the Q, because I distinctly remember the Q400 being exceptionally well modeled and detailed. So I think I'm going to have to fire up the Q400 and take a look at it in X-Plane 12, because I think you might be onto something with the Q400. Yeah, we're battling some winds up here. But I think that's why I'm so drawn to the Felis, because in the Felis 7.4 we don't have any of those issues, right? It's all round gauge, and the modeling of the attitude indicator is fantastic. Absolutely love it. Speaking of modeling of panels, look at, I'm trying to get a good panel shot here. Look at this juicy panel. Come on, y'all. Wait till the sun sets a little bit more and we got to turn on our mood lighting. Ooh. Wow, look at that ortho down there. That looks pretty good. Is it extra loud for you out here? I got to turn it down. I don't know why it seems so loud in outside view. What do I think about the Hot Start Challenger? I only flew it like 2 times and I never flew it again. It's obviously an exceptionally detailed model, but it doesn't tickle my fancy. I don't know what it is about it, man. Nah. But it's not that it's like not well modeled or anything. It obviously is. I was actually watching Blue Games fly it the other night on his live stream. Gear dropped at 10 miles, extra drag. Wanted to be sure I'd be stable by 2,000. I read the FCOM, but honest, just most things using common sense. Nice job, Aaron. Older X-Plane aircraft panel. Let's sit on the jump seat here with our buddy. Man, that jump seat would be so uncomfortable. You're screwed if you have long legs, dude. You are screwed. Older X-Plane aircraft panel text is all texture, raster based, and 3D when the new stuff integrated is getting made as SVG and vector images. A lot of that will change. Sounds good, man. That's I have no idea what that means, but it sounds like it'll be changed, and I look forward to it being changed, because I think that's, to me, kind of what was like, anything with the glass panel in X-Plane kind of takes me back. Mickey G, when my Moza yoke gets here, I'll probably visit X-Plane for the Felis and the Q400. Oh. Now, Mickey G, full disclosure, I have no idea how Moza Force feedback will integrate with X-Plane 12, so don't come yelling at me for integration questions. But let me know how good it is, because if it's awesome, I'm going to buy one too. Because well, maybe not. I'm going to wait for the Wind Wing. I'm holding out for the Wind Wing, Mickey G. You get the Moza. I'm waiting for that Wind Wing full-size yoke for the 747, man. Game over. The cockpit shadows are insane right now. I'm glazing. I know you are, Turk. I know it. Wait, we'll really get Turk fired up here. We'll turn on some mood lighting on the overhead. Ooh, buddy. Look at the overhead. Look at the shadows on that thing. What's happening? I'm hearing a lot of ding-dongs. Ah! Scott Fletcher. That's weird. I think there was a cabin call at the same time. Scott, my man, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships to the channel. Scott, very, very kind, man. Really appreciate that. If you pick up a membership from Scott Fletcher, make sure you shout him out and say thank you, man. Thank you so much, Scott. Appreciate you. Senior Captain money does strange things to the mind, but that yoke does look dope. Diabetic Lad, come on, dude. That Wind Wing yoke, the floor yoke, I only want it for 2 aircraft. PMDG 747 and the Bluebird 75. That's it, man. Well, and the 727, if I can get it working. I think FSS just needs to bring it to 24. But the first thing I thought of when I saw that Wind Wing full-size yoke was the PMDG 74. I just want a Wind Wing Airbus radio panel. Yeah, a nice Airbus radio panel would be nice. I don't even know how to get my SATEC radio panel to work in 24. It only works in 20, which is nice, but Lone Star dropping the 5 memberships as well. Lone Star 5686. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships as well. Lone Star Approach, man. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Yeah, Mickey G, I don't know how much it's going to cost. I'm thinking, well, especially if we have tariffs. Uh-oh, we're hitting some chop. Might have to turn the seatbelt sign back on. I don't know, that was a weather relay. Let's get a little bit bumpy here. Let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off here. Maybe some mountain wave action. Hopefully it's not an arm and a leg. But I will sell my Brunner to get that yoke probably. Just because 747. That yoke, oh, I think it's going to be way more than $300. There's no way it's $300, dude. Unless you're talking about a different one. Matty K, that can't be how the real 146 jump seat is regarding legroom. I think it is, Matty K. I think it is, dude. I think you probably have to sit there. I mean, I remember on the MD-80, it was really tight. Yeah, you probably have to split your legs open and tuck them in under here. You probably have to tuck your feet in here under this thing. I don't know. Where's geographically inverted when you need them? I mean, if he says this is the best airplane he's flown, but the worst jump seat he's ever been on, I'll take his word for it, man. Ian Woodbridge, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Hey, if you want to, I love to see this plane. That's a quick question. Why, when checking the status on the ECAB and the Phoenix C-20, always get Cat 2 in op? Am I doing something wrong? When are you checking the status page? Are you checking it up at power on? Because until everything is aligned, you're going to be you'll probably have a Cat 2 in op. That's normal. But after everything is up and running, you shouldn't have anything on the status page unless you broke something. So there's a possibility you broke something. But thank you for the $10 super chat. But yeah, let me know when you're checking that status page. Because you'll have a couple of things. You'll probably have, autopilot, or you'll have a couple of things when you first power up on the status page. V1, I don't have any charge for Mike Lima Tango. Could I see your approach chart? James Minton, we are not setting good examples for Iveo Premium. There's 2 runways, man, for our approach. You've got 3-4 and 1-6. Both are taxi back, so we got to give ourselves extra space. I've got the VOR Zulu in the box. Excuse me, I think I said Yankee earlier. I kind of want to do this approach so we can kind of get to fly along all the terrain, or we can kind of pseudo do it just a visual approach. Let me look at the OFP and METAR. Right now, 070 at 8 miles broken at 2,400, so not bad. I don't know. It just depends what everyone else is landing on. What did we say? 040? Is that what it was? 070 at 8. So we're gonna land on 1-6, 3-4, probably 3-4, probably 3-4 with the VOR. I think that's what everyone would be doing IRL, since it only has, that's the only one with the approach on there as well. All right, LTO. Let's go direct to LTO. So we're going to go here, execute. Distance 200 miles out. So we need to start prepping here pretty soon. Man, that went by fast. Is that really? That's it? 210 miles out already? That's it? Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Look at that. That broken at 24,000? What did I say? 2,400? 24,000. 240. I got to walk in and around a 747 as a kid and visiting Pratt. They're really a thing of beauty. Yes, Didu. They are. For comparison, Woodwing announced a set of rudder pedals that cost $799. If Lone Star Approach is a YouTuber or something, just want to clarify, I'm just a regular dude. No, Lone Star Approach, that's the name of the approach control coming into Dallas-Fort Worth now. So for my entire life, it used to be regional approach. When you know, like going into SoCal, it's SoCal Approach, or yeah, SoCal Approach. It used to be a regional approach for DFW, but now the foreign training, the pilots were having confusion issues between a rejoin the approach and a regional approach. So they changed it. Now I don't know if that's the pilot training having issues in Dallas, because there's a lot of flight training going on in Dallas. So I don't know if it's like new guys, young guys coming in trying to learn with the language barrier and stuff that causing issues, or if they had several issues with foreign carriers coming in and rejoining the approach. Because a lot of times they will vector you off. They'll vector you off the arrival, and then they'll say contact regional approach. And if you rejoin the approach instead of contact regional approach, you can see where the problems can arise. So they've changed it to Lone Star, and I actually think that's pretty sick. I like the Lone Star approach. I like that better, actually. At first, I was kind of like, "Ah, really? I don't want to change it." But then after I heard it on the radio, it's pretty sick. Why not Jerry Jones approach? I'm surprised it's not. Okay, Fireflyer, we'll land 3-4, man. We'll land 3-4. We will land a 3-4. Now, we do have an advisory VNAV we could set up. That's cruise, descent path, Laredo, 240 at 10, LTO at top of descent, 113 miles. That's coming down pretty quick. We'll come down a little bit earlier than that. We're 192 out. We'll start down here in a minute. Let's say we are going to do the circle. Let's just set it up for a practice. Oh, chat. Should we do a return leg back to San Diego? Try to redeem ourselves? Or do you think we'll get spanked again? That happened way fast. Do we have a ripping tailwind up here? What are the winds up here? How do I put the wind? Where's the wind at in this thing? Can I do terrain on ND here? Actually don't know. Terrain display on. Map. Let's do a go full Barry Seal on sand, K-Sand. Let's do a practice approach here for real. So MDA of 720, which is 707. So we'll scroll you up here. There's a backup right about there. Now, I actually don't know. Is there another way to set a... I think there is. That's the weather, that's the PFD, that's the DH knob right here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and set, oh my goodness. It's a long way to scroll it up. 700 feet. Lone Star is also the rating Texas has on Yelp. Oof. Tell me you're from New York without telling me you're from New York. All right, 500 feet. Let's go all the way to 707. It stops at 500. Oh, Force Raptor. You're killing me, man. All right, we'll set it at 499. What? 495. 495 is set. Let's go ahead and trickle down to see some juice. Let's go ahead and set flight level 210. Sun is blocking my view. I love that. It's so realistic too. It's great. Let's come back at 70 Mach. We're going to vertical speed down here. Actually, you know what? Let's do a level change. We've got it. Level change 210. We're on our way down. Seatbelt sign is on. We're remain on for the duration of the flight. Let's come back in here and make sure our approaches are set up. Let's go departure arrival, Mike Lima Tango. This is VOR Yankee 34. We need to put in VOR Zulu 34. So VOR DME Zulu off LTO, execute. Go back to our legs page. That took us off the fix. Let's go redirect, LTO, execute, and LNAV is on. Uh-oh, what happened to our PFD range there? Kind of got a little wonky. We must have a corrupt database here. Screwing things up a little bit. What if we do it? Can we do it raw data? 13.2 is Laredo. That would be something. Do this raw data. Let's go ahead and select heading. Nav. Now, how does one change the HSI to be a nav? Data. We'll keep the. We have a little bit of crosswind. ETA. Let's put the wind back up there. Wind page. Let's go arc mode. Rose nav. Let's go Rose nav. And I need to change this from LNAV to raw data. Now this is something I've never done before. So bear with me as we figure this out. EFIS, air data. Oh my gosh, we're a little bit too fast. Let's dial it back. Whoa! That was aggressive. Leveling 210. Chat, how long? Oh, here we go. LNAV VOR LOC. That's what we want. VOR 1 13.1. We're not picking it up yet, though. Oh, 13.2. 13.2. 13.2. We're still not picking it up. Okay. At least I know how to do it now. So let's go ahead and go back to LNAV. We're LNAV and LTO. Let's go back to LNAV on here. We'll keep LNAVing. We might be terrain mass here. 21,000 feet, 270. 150 miles out. We're looking good. Oh, actually, when we started our... Nah, we'll wait for our descent check here when we start down one more time. It's not corrupt based on your update hygiene. It was valid in 1996. I don't know why. Don't know why I'm having issues with that database today. I feel like we should be picking it up though. 150 miles? Maybe not in Microsoft. Probably pick it up in X-Plane. If we don't pick it up by 100 miles, well, we can LNAV all the way there for a minute. So let's plan to cross the radio at 5,000. So let's do some mental math. 21 minus 5 is 16. And then 16 times 3 is going to be 48. And then let's make easy math, 50. So 50 miles out, we need to start down at a 3-degree path. Sounds about right for me. So we still got about 95 miles until we really need to worry about things. Lifestyle, you're picking it up from 125 DME. Okay, cool. So about another 20 miles. We'll check it here. It actually looks like it's a little bit smoother here at 21. We'll go ahead and get the seatbelt sign off. Where's your one from the flight deck? Oh, she interrupted me. I was going to do a PA.
You are free to move about the cabin.
I didn't know we were on the vomit comment today. Well, I thought I had... auto throttle inhibit on. Let me make sure I do. Auto throttle throttle lock. I shouldn't be able to move. I think when I grabbed my speed brake, it like triggered my axes in my thrust quadrant. They all shot up to full throttle for something. I don't know what that was all about. All right. Now I'm pretty sure. Where is? I wish I could pull up my map. I don't know why I can't pull up the en route charts. I'm pretty sure they're like a great white shark breeding ground off one of these islands out here. Do not want to ditch in the Sea of Cortez. This is about as far over the Sea of Cortez as I want to go. Why is there a British FA working for Republic? Dude, believe it or not, I actually knew somebody that commuted from England working at Republic. Flight attendant. No joke, dude. No joke. I was like, how does that commute work out? It's lost in the cloud. 2,000 pounds of fuel is all I have left. This is a bit closer than I would have liked. 2,000 pounds of fuel in what airplane, Zippy? That's not a whole lot of anything. Tell you what, we landed in Dallas on that Cancun turn, or one of them that I did. We landed with 4.3 in a 321 Neo. We were basically at min fuel. Or no, 4.6. Which is, we were like, any more we would have had to declare min fuel. We got a bunch of crazy reroutes. We were oh man, taking off out of Cancun, it was a huge line. We're like 21 in line for takeoff. Yeah, that was one of the lowest 321 fuel scenarios landed in recent times. How bad do you not like America where you would rather fly all the way back to England instead of overnight? Well, I mean, if you're single and you got nothing going on, you like traveling, it may not be the worst thing out there. A300 doing Miami to Says. It was one of the longest routes the A300 ever did. Wow. How long? What's the flight time on that, Zippy? Miami to Argentina. You're stretching the legs for sure, dude. 6 hours? How long is that? Or is it longer than that? 9 hours. Wow. 9 hours. Did you just take off? I thought you just took off though, or you were about to land. Ah, we've picked up our DME, chat. Let's fly at raw data for practice. So, for practice purposes, we're going to go VLOC. We're going to sync up the course line, and we're going to attempt to do a VLOC capture. Look at that. This is awesome. We're flying raw data with the PFD. This is how the 146, this is how you're going to fly your BAE 146. So if you have the 146, this is exactly how you navigate around, except it's round gauge. Now, just because we have the fancy glass doesn't mean we can't do the same thing. Matter of fact, they would probably shoot this approach this way unless they were approved with FMS training to shoot a FMS overlay. So even for us, before FLS and SLS became a thing in the Airbus, I remember doing raw data VOR approaches, green on green. We say green on green, green needles. So you'd have a green needle in the Airbus, you'd tune in your course. The first one of the first ones I ever did was Guatemala City, the VOR circle to land at minimums as a new captain. Yeah, you talk about, wow, this is a little bit spicy. Yeah. So that was one of the first ones I ever did, raw data, green needles. Now with FLS and SLS, it's freaking easy mode button. You fly it like an ILS, or you can do an FMS overlay now. Even if you don't have FLS or SLS, now you can do an FMS overlay. So you would just fly it in magenta needles, and you'd have one person following along in green needles, just to make sure that the FMS is doing it correctly. But yeah, I remember doing a selected approaches before everybody was qualified to do the overlay. What's the difference between FLS and SLS? You can have FLS without SLS. You cannot have SLS without FLS. So SLS is the higher tier. FLS is a lower tier. But essentially, from a pilot standpoint, the way you fly it are the same. There's going to be some semantics. What type of minimums do you have? If it's an LNAV published only NDA, then you can't do SLS. You have to do FLS. There's a couple other stipulations in there. But just from flight sim pilot standpoint, they're essentially going to be the same thing. There's a couple different ways that they'll be depicted in the box. Wow, we're actually getting some hunting here. That's crazy. So this is why you would do it in LNAV or flying heading mode here, 100 miles out. Let's see if it stabilizes. Yeah, just took off, cruising over Cuba, going to sleep, then to wake up for the landing. Nice, man. That's where I want to be when I'm NORAD, is over Cuba. Fort Worth Center gives the most ridiculous reroutes, and they do, man. It has been awful. It's been awful, dude. I've heard of airline call center agents that would work their shift and fly around all night so they didn't have to pay rent. I could never imagine. Yeah. The things people do, man. Things people do. All right, 98 miles. What did we say? 50 miles out, right? At 50 miles, we're going to go ahead and set up. Now, is there a CTAF for this? Laredo Tower is 18.4. CTAF is Tower Freak 18.4, so let's dial it up. .4 is up. See the world for free, actually get paid to see the world. That's one way to look at it, Andy Reid. Man, as far as I understand it, as long as if you could sleep on an airplane, a lot of that long haul stuff, or I guess commuting for that matter, long commutes, it's probably not going to be as bad for those that can't sleep on airplanes. So, like for me, when I was a commuter, I got to sleep on airplanes half decently, but it still wasn't awesome. Now my buddy, I got two buddies on the triple, and they said they sleep on airplanes like babies, so they love the long haul life. I just not for me, man. Now, you give me a wide-body jet that flies short domestic hops, I'll be all over it. Wasn't one of the last United 747 flights from Chicago to Denver? Like, that's what I want to do. Give me a 744 from Chicago to Denver, man. That's the route I want to fly. Need to move to Japan. Do they still do wide body stuff, short haul, zippy in Japan? Heavies doing domestics. Yeah, but see the thing with the heavies now, all the heavies are mid, dude. They're all 2-engine, plug and play. I mean, can you imagine the workload though if you're flying a 747-200 domestically? I mean, you guys see how long it takes to set up in the sim. Imagine doing that, doing 2 or 3 legs on that a day. That would be so exhausting. The 777 and 350, I mean, it's no different than firing up a 320, really. Make sure all the white lights are out and all the yellow boxes are filled. You're good to go. Wingnut says, I rode a 777-300 from Okinawa to Tokyo, had 32 people on it. That's awesome. Had to stay in my assigned seat, though, for weight and balance. Really? That's interesting. I think the last flight for the 747 was SFO to Honolulu or the other way around. Oh, you're right, Thrustset. You're right. It actually was. It was, because I remember watching the video where they're like, I think they flew to Honolulu and maybe they repoed it back. Because I remember the controller saying, you know, a couple things on that YouTube video when it departed. Maybe it was the last 747-200. One hour prepping for takeoff, busy flight, busy landing and back. Yeah, that's a big workload, man. Went to Heathrow as a non-rev with 220 open on a AA777. Nice. It was UAL 001. Repoed back. That's crazy, man. What a sad day. We should watch that video. How sad. 747-400. Let me see. End of, not even an era, just an end of, I don't even know. United 74, last flight. The friendship farewell. I just wanted to see the, I don't want to get copyrighted. I wanted to hear the ATC audio. No, I don't want to see all this. I thought there was a video, I have to look for it. It showed aircraft taking off and it had the controller. Uh-oh, who's pinging me? Wow, I just found JW Aviation has a video of the last 747 sitting in the sun since 2018. Wow, that's sad. Go here and look at this video. Oh. That's depressing. That'll make me cry. I'm not crying, you're crying. It's just a 747. All right, we're 64 miles out. Let's get ready to descend down. Let's go ahead and set 10,000 feet. I like to set 10,000 feet first when there's no air traffic control on, because the one window you should always be striving to hit when there's no ATC or vectors. 10,000 feet, 30 miles, 250 knots. If you're through that window, you're in a normal position to land to get down and not have to go full speed brakes at 15,000 feet, gear down, try to get on final approach. So if you come through 10,000 at 250 knots, at 30 miles out, you should be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and start trickling down. I'm going to vertical speed down. I'm going to see what the auto thrust does here. Let's make sure she's working properly. Let's go vertical speed 700. Auto thrust is pulling it back. Okay, so everything is working. We might have just had a weird little freak out there. Let's go vertical speed 1800. Down we go. Seatbelt sign is coming on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on.
That song will make you cry too, Mickey G. I know, dude. I can't. I'm not gonna play it, Maddie K, because I think it might be copyrighted, or the audio anyway. And you gotta watch it with the audio, man. It's so depressing, dude. That sound is just so, the music and seeing that 747 baking in the sun. All right, we're on our way down. Laredo 329 is the final. So on this approach, we're going to cross over and proceed outbound on the 134. Why don't we just join the 134 right now? We're going to join the 134 right now. It's just a few degrees off. That way when we cross over, the fix will be proceeding outbound. Wow! That's a bank angle check. We're going to roll it here. Sherwin Scott, what's going on? Sherwin, good to see you, my man. I think Sim Update 2 Beta is one build away from being ready for prime time. Uh-oh. Sim Update 3 should be out in time for FS Expo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who Sherwin Scott is, you need to. Fantastic. I'm hyped. I think it was the Qantas departure that got me super sad. Qantas 744 for the last time, cleared for takeoff. Zippy, that makes me want to cry.
Radar traffic, Aero Mexico 575, about 10 miles to the northwest, open line of field for the VOR Zulu.
Moving on traffic,
Approach.
right.
Radio check.
Loud and clear.
5 lot.
Loretto traffic, crew track at 269 on about a 10-mile final VOR Yankee.
Laredo traffic, Brickyard 357, about 43 miles to the north of Laredo. We're set up for the VOR Zulu 34. We'll hold over Laredo if necessary. Plan for a runway 34 landing, Laredo traffic.
Laredo.
Ah, stepped on him. All right. Let's go ahead and prep for landing. Oh. Is the coffee spilling? Sounds like the coffee's spilling back here. Man, they're brewing all of our portable water. Let's go ahead and turn you off. We need to save you for the return leg if we do go back. Let's go ahead and throw the PTU on as we begin coming down. PTU's coming on. APU will be on. Yeah, let's go ahead and start it. APU is spooling up. That's the normal. Let's go ahead and seats for landing, please.
Please take the seats for landing.
I don't know why it's just S-turning on this course here. Let's go ahead and do heading. Making me seasick. We'll go ahead and heading select.
Cabin is secured for arrival.
Magic Barrel Ref 29085 is set. Let's go ahead and run. Preparation, FMS check, actual fuel check. We've got 6,000 pounds. That checks. Landing data, let's go ahead and set those. So right now we're going to land flaps 33. Landing flap 33, we'll click that. That'll set our bugs 118 VREF. That is checked. Flap steep approach not required. Pressurization set. Briefing is completed. So we'll come up here. Pressurization is coming down. Remember, it's automatic. You don't have to do anything. Engine air is on. We don't need the APU air. So I guess we really didn't need to start the APU. We are landing sea level. So that's all right. Let's go ahead and set 250 knots. So you can see we're 32 miles, 12,000 feet. Just a hair high on profile. Not a big deal, though. We're in the 146. This thing will slow down on a heartbeat. Let me check on the map here. Let's see what kind of traffic congestion we have here at Laredo. Oh my gosh, we have a bunch of people coming in here. So I am a Beam and American 25. There's two over Laredo right now. Altitude alert. We want to go out. Let's go ahead and go on down to 5,000. Let's go ahead and set 5,000 feet. Let's get our landing lights on. Landing lights on. Runway exit. We'll get them all on here. Wing logo. It's all set up top.
Loretto traffic, crew track 269, short final 34.
Adjust our heading bug here. Get on the course line a little bit more. 10,000 feet. Gosh, that looks beautiful. Almost looks like real life. I'll buy this plane after they make the 146 compatible too. Nice. Yeah, I know there's some 146 fans out there for sure. Our call sign should be career track after that departure. Listen, it was a database error. I'm sticking to it. Database error. Tell that to the VFAA. I know. We'll file his career track on the way back. What's the 3-letter ICAO for career track again? We should totally do it. Should we file his career track on the way back?
Laredo traffic career track 269, I'm clear runway 34, taxiing ramp.
Yeah, the lighting on the sun is spot on, or the lighting, the sun on the mountains.
Traffic here, Mexico 525, turning final. We're going to be on about
Such juice.
18-mile final.
Look right here. Look at the sun. Oh my goodness. Last few warm spots. All right, how far out are we? We're 15 miles. We're at traffic, Brickyard 357, about 15 miles north, set up for the VOR runway 34. Right up. 134 outbound at 12 miles, turn inbound at 329. That checks. Once we hit the VOR, we can descend to 4,000 until we turn inbound at 12 DME. Our DMEs are set 6 for 5. Check. Looking good, chat. CXK. That's. I don't know if I have enough time to go back though. It's already what? It's already 6:43. Yeah, it'll be another hour and a half, 7, 8. I might just can it. We might just do one leg tonight. Trying to see if we can just capture this VOR and track it instead of S-turn around all day here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Look at that. What happens if the sun goes behind if we go behind the mountain and the sun? Are we going to lose the rays? Oh, I can't. It's still right above it. Oh my gosh, I swear though. Oh, that looks so good though. The juice cup runneth over.
Laredo traffic, Mexico 525 on a 5-mile final. Runway 24, Laredo.
All right, he's 5-mile final.
American 25, 100,000 miles north, Laredo for the VOR.
American 25, how far are you from the VOR?
We're 30 miles to the north. There's a JetBlue in front of me and then you.
Okay, copy. All right, we'll go into heading mode now because we're right over the top of it. Little traffic, Brickyard 357 over the top of the Laredo VOR, set up for the VOR Zulu 34 back in Laredo. So that's the VOR right there, I think, that circle. Here is our cone of confusion. Let's go ahead and pull it all the way back to 180. And outbound course is 134. Waiting for the 2 from flip. We'll start heading that way. There's the 2 from flip. We can descend now down to 4,000 feet. Going out to 12 miles. Vertical speed. Here comes 134 course line. We can get rid of that bearing pointer, I guess. Alright, there's the velo course.
Riddle traffic, Air Mexico 575, short final, 34, there we go.
Should be an Aero Mexico down there on short final. There he is. Oh, he's doing S-turns. Sometimes we make it, sometimes we don't. Get a little speed brake action out. Is the DC-9 worth it now? In my opinion, no. It still needs some help, man. Still needs some help. All right, so we are 4 miles out. We need to go up to 12. Actually, we got to hit 12 before we turn back. That's going to be just to beam this island out here. Actually,
All right, the traffic, JetBlue
this?
21. We're going to extend out about 5 miles past CF here on the approach to give room for the rest of you guys.
We got JetBlue coming in here. Yeah, boy. Which one of you are JetBlue?
Speed checked. Flaps 18.
Flaps 18 selected. Listen to this.
JJ.
Ah, I see. I didn't know JetBlue had 727s.
And that is 34, and we'll taxi the ramp. We'll let you know when clear the radar.
Now that is sick. You can hear the engine spooling up, the drag coming out. Oh my goodness, screenshot. I love this airplane. So, just such a blast to fly. Now the question is, do we attempt flight recorder? That is the question. Because it's been smooth as butter. I don't know if we attempt the flight recorder. Then we can't see our juicy landing. I guess there's no reverse thrust, so there's really no need to do a replay. You only should do replays if you have reverse thrust. It's my hot take. Again, if you like the 146, if you like this content, please do hit that like button. Appreciate the love and support. 10 miles, get ready for the turn inbound. Inbound course 329, slight offset. After we turn inbound at 12 miles, we can go down the platform altitude 2500. I'm actually going to preemptively load that in right now. 2500 is set. And it's going to be a right turn, roughly 329, and then we'll get the course going. I'm going to spin this around. Let's go ahead and start the turn.
Air Mexico 575, clear of runway 34, Laredo.
And let's go ahead and spin the course around. Road traffic, Brickyard 357, 12 miles, final 34. We're doing the turn inbound on the VOR approach, Laredo. All right, joining in. Let's go ahead and vertical speed. Let's go ahead and knock it back to 160 here. Probably should have been much tighter on this. See how we're probably going to overshoot a hair with our winds. Would have been beneficial to have the wind up, huh? Yeah, it wasn't crazy. 15 knots.
Air traffic American 25, 7,000 to the VOR. We're going to do a visual right down one here. Fly behind JetBlue. Laredo.
There's our flap 24 speed. Set that here in a minute. See our track diamond in green, our heading bug. We'll rejoin the final here. Flap 24. smoke it. We're captured. Final approach course. Now this is kind of an offset approach.
Traffic.
I see 1,000 above us. You can see now why FMS nav is much smoother. Still pretty fun though to do raw data like that.
Florida traffic, JetBlue 21, gonna make a circle back around, try again.
Uh-oh.
A little too hot.
Let's hand fly it. Autopilot disconnect. Inside of 4 miles, we can start down, but we're visual. Let's go ahead and kill the flight directors. Let's start setting up for the final. Runway's in sight. Let's trickle on down here. I'll take control of the thrust levers.
Speed checked. Gear down.
Gear's coming down. It's gear warning horn. We'll offset. I'm going to set the course line here to give me an idea of the final runway course line, which is going to be roughly 340. So this gives me just a rough idea of what our runway is looking like. It's 2,000 feet. 6 miles. We're a little bit low. We'll shallow it out a tad. Let's go ahead and bring up the cam. Microsoft will never have good physics, said nobody ever. X-Plane 12 will never look this good. They got their work cut out for them, man.
Air traffic, American 25, turning right, base 34.
Speed checked. Flaps 33.
He wants us to configure all the way. I'm going to hang tight just a little bit more. We're 5 miles out. Laredo traffic, Brickyard 357, about 4 mile final 34. Going a little bit too slow here for everybody. I love the flight model on the 146 too, speaking of. I mean, Jack, you need to go fly the 146 or RJ and tell me it doesn't have good physics, because this airplane, man, flies so well. It's so fluid. It's such a good flying airplane. 1,000 feet stable, runway's in sight, a little bit low. We'll shallow off here a little bit more. Let's go flaps 30. Coming in here on a dog leg to final. You floated this thing like a balloon. Make sure you're using your air brake too. I think what, 500 feet is when we 500 or 200 feet. I can't remember when we dropped the brake. Flaps 33. I love how you can see up on the through the wing. We should have bugged 118 plus 5, 123. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Five minimums.
Wind is pretty much calm. Let's come back about 120. Inside landing. Can feel the little swirlies. Look at that, man. Telling me it doesn't have physics. Look how dynamic the flight model is on this thing. All right, here comes 200 feet.
Air traffic.
Air brake's coming out. Now we should try to, we can either short field this
100
or we have back taxi. Let's drop it in. Let's see if we can short field landing this so we don't have to back
50,
taxi.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, grease and a half. Grease, grease, grease,
Runway.
grease. Oh my
Brake
goodness.
pressure checked. Spoilers yellow and green.
Get the nose down. I'm going to try to go full max aerodynamic braking here. Look at that. Come on, buddy. I'm standing on the brakes. It's okay. We'll do. I think we can
Radar
take this
traffic
one
JetBlue
here.
21, trying to go 3-4 on a 7-mile final.
We got it, chat. We got it. We'll bring up our tiller cam here. Radar traffic, Brickyard 357. Clear on runway 34. Clear that. Clean it up. I know, I kind of wish I had recorder on now, dude. I wish we had a recorder for that. I think we should have. I think it would have been smooth. Well, Josh, we intentionally didn't do the recorder because we thought that it's causing stutters. So that's kind of why we didn't do it. I will say though, I'm loving this new tiller. Cat 3 design, 737 style Boeing tiller, exclamation point tiller. Make sure you check them out if you're interested. We do have a no gear aircraft there. There looks like there's only 2. We'll go to the fuel farm. How's that?
Radar traffic JetBlue 5-mile final runway 34.
JetBlue. Oh, look at me trying to turn in here like it's a friggin' 321 or 74. Ooh, American's down. Well, we undercut that shot.
Exiting 34, texting right.
Wow, he made that exit? Dang, dude, how are your brake temps?
We'll check in a minute.
Let's go ahead and set the brake. We'll do a shutdown and we'll monitor our brake temps as well. So let's see, APU is up, APU generator's up. So let's go, engine air is coming off. That looks good. Let's kill these lights up here. Strobe's coming off. Wing lights are coming off. We'll turn the entry light on. Let's go ahead and kill them.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross check. JetBlue sounds authentic. All right, that's coming off. APU air is coming on for the moment here. Let's go ahead and get hydraulic pumps off. Fuel pumps are coming off. That all looks good. We go ahead and get you off. Those are all coming down. We'll do this. And let's pull you up. Let's go to aircraft. Let's chalk it. Let's connect the ground power. Let's get the door. And stairs. Aft. Forward. Aft passenger. Sure. External power is on. APU gen is off. We've got it. APU air start stop. PAX ram air. Recirc. Beacon. JetBlue is down. Ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, we got an A350 WASMing in here. Wow, JetBlue's making it too. Wait, is he in a 220? Are you in a 220? He's in a 190. Watch.
Yes, sir.
No way, he's not flying a 220. He's flying a 190. I know, he's flying those E-jets. All right, brake temperature competition. Oh my gosh, look.
220 it is, baby.
Brake temperature competition. See, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the Fenix and how the brake temp, I think, is they know it's not correct yet. We slammed on those brakes. We're 70
and climbing.
Yeah. Did you say 170?
So far.
Yeah, that's crazy. See, we're up 650 on the right and up on 750 on the left. So let's go ahead and get the brake fans on. All right, we'll shut her down. Since there's no, since there's really no replay, we'll shut everything off. We'll just go to bed. We'll call it there. Ground service is off. Oh, that's actually should be up position. We'll stow the jump seat for geographically inverted. If I can. Oh, I never pulled the stairs out. But sweet. That was a sweet little flight. Man, look at that 321 there looking juicy. Look at these engines, though. Nice. Could be a little higher res, I guess, right there on the those things.
I guess I lost 220.
220 on the temps for him. We'll do our post-flight walk around. You want me to call ARF? Yeah. Probably need to go to a hot brake area. I mean, we touched down and I was just standing on the brakes. I can't tell, is that a brake fan? Or is that the GPU? I think that was a brake fan. Yeah, see, it's quieter. Huh. There's the JetBlue over there. Pretty sweet little livery. Look what the pressurization is doing. Bolting out all on the screw heads. All right. Well, I wish we could do another one, chat, but it's 7 p.m., so I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I'll turn all these off. Dun, 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 dun. We'll disconnect. Battery switch. Should have closed that door. We'll kill the battery with the cabin music. So, if you want a flight recorder, give me stutters, try Sky Dolly. I might try Sky Dolly. Let's be realistic. No, I probably won't try Sky Dolly. I'll probably start trying flight recorder here in a little bit, because I don't know if the stutters were flight recorder now that I think about it, because after I deleted my rolling cache, I think that might have fixed it, and I did two things at once. I deleted the rolling cache, and then I stopped using flight recorder, so we should probably start using flight recorder again. We might try again. Maybe we'll try it tomorrow. Maybe we'll go Laredo back to San Diego tomorrow, see if we can redeem ourselves from departure. But that's it, y'all. I appreciate y'all stopping in and hanging out with me this evening. Again, if you're interested in the absolutely epic 737 Tiller that has just become available on Cat 3 Design website, available and in stock, check them out. Links are in the description. They're rolling through the chat. You can always just Google Cat 3 Design as well. But tomorrow I'm going to work on the 727 tonight. I'm going to try to get my 727 up and running because I think we want to see some 727 passenger ops. And that might be a fun flight back to San Diego from Laredo to San Diego to 72, so that ought to be something. All right, y'all. Hit the like button for me on the way out if you haven't already. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow. Thank you for all the support. And again, thank you. Casey Olert. How could I forget? Kind of at the worst possible timing on departure there. Dropped a $100 super chat. Appreciate all the support. Thank you, Ian Woodbridge. Thank you, Lone Star. Thank you, Scott Fletcher, Fireflyer. J.J. Stevens, Maddie K, Bills Mafia, Geographically Inverted, TJ, and Eastern T3 as well. Thank you all for the support. I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. See you.